Good afternoon. Welcome to Kelowna Now Live with your news headlines for the day. It's Jason Mann with Jim Check, broadcasting on YouTube and X. And to get things going, there's a massive gap in enthusiasm between Conservative and Liberal voters, a national pollster has proclaimed.
Well, I wonder why. According to a new survey, the majority, 62% of voters intending to back the Tories at the next federal election are doing so because they support its policies and its leaders. Among those intending to vote Liberal, however, 63% they would back their party to stop the Conservatives, not because they have any love for its policies and the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. This means just 9% of Canadians are passionate about, inspired at the prospect of voting Liberal, according to Agnes Reid Institute. So there you go. The think tank's research predicts that 41% of the electorate would back Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives in a federal election. That puts them 17 points ahead of Liberals, who would win 24% of the vote. According to a 338 Canada website run by poll analyst and physics professor Philip Fournier, there's a 91% chance that Conservative majority after the next election. There you go. And you can go on KelownaNow.com, look at all the fancy charts and graphs and that, or you can just ask yourself a question. That might be an easier one, and see if you agree with what most people are saying. How's that?
That sounds like a good idea. Well,
they're going after wood fire ovens right now.
Yeah, I've heard that. Wood fire ovens and some bakeries possibly.
Well, why
for
not?
Emitting carbon.
Why not?
Just, those Forno pizzas, just cut them too. All right, well, after...
Who likes wood fire pizza anyway?
Nobody likes wood fire pizza. After nearly a week of being in effect, the parking ban on dedicated snow routes in Kelowna has been lifted.
There you go. There you go. So that parking ban is over. They did hand out a few tickets to the people that didn't obey the parking ban. So 138 tickets were issued to non-compliant drivers. So when it does snow, just prepare yourself to move your vehicle out of the snow-plowed lanes. Because, everybody kind of likes to park wherever they want to park. But if you want the roads clean, you got to kind of find another place to park while they're clearing the roads.
It can cause a bit of a hazard if the road isn't cleared properly there. And, Yep. All right. Well, catastrophic cold damage to wine grapevines is what winemaker and viticulturist Severine Pint is saying.
Pinte?
She
didn't mince words either. She said it's catastrophic. The extreme cold damage to buds and vines will put a lot of wineries in precarious situations. She said the winery she works at, La Stella in Osoyoos and La Vue Pin. How come they always make these words that nobody can understand, right?
Those are two of my favorite wineries, by the way.
Well,
amazing, yes.
Well, there you go. And then
La Vue Pin.
Stella, and what's the other one? La Vue Pin?
Yeah.
And Oliver are in that dire prediction. So there you go. So that potentially means a loss of 75% or more of the grape yield. Well, that's crazy. And then on top of the 35% of loss of yield at harvest of 2023, La Stella and La Vue Pin because of the winter damage to the cold snap in 2022. So yeah, again, go to KelownaNow.com and you can read more on that story.
It's hard to imagine Okanagan without the booming wine industry.
Yeah.
Well, we have a new opportunity for you to win a pretty amazing prize package worth $1,500. Speaking of Okanagan wine country, the heart of Okanagan wine country in Penticton, and experience it just like local influencer Juliana Lohan and the BC Bucket List family did.
You can put that one together. You can probably tell us a little bit more
about
it.
Well, they enjoyed an amazing weekend staying in Penticton at the Fairfield Inn, and then spent the day up at Apex. And you can kind of see the chronicle of the time that they spent, including some of the restaurants like the Cannery.
There's a video out there too. You can go to KelownaNow.com and you can enter to win.
Enter to win
that same contest that she enjoyed, or the same experience that she enjoyed.
Yeah, you can get to see exactly what she got to do, and now you get to do it.
There's Juliana right there. Now, is that a wood fire pizza? That looks like a pizza, doesn't it?
It is. Actually, it's nachos. Now that
there you go.
Yeah,
nachos will be next.
Yeah, right. So that's it's a pretty cool prize, and thanks to our friends at Visit Penticton for making that all possible.
I love Penticton. It's a great place.
All right, well, moving on. Okanagan Mounties are trying to ID a suspect in an attempted break-in. This is in Vernon.
Neither Jason or I are the suspects. It's the guy in the middle. Mountain is in North Okanagan. Attorney to the public in hopes of identifying a man who allegedly tried to break into a Vernon business earlier this month. Police were called to a reported break and enter at the 3100 block of 31st Street between 5 a.m. Early 5 a.m. on Sunday. So there you go. They got some CCTV footage of two people looking through the windows of the building around 4:45 a.m.
Suspicious.
One of them proceeded to smash the windows while the other kept watch. And that's as far as the crime went, as they did not gain entry to the building and nothing was stolen. So
it's a fairly clear image.
You know who that person is? Call your local RCMP. Again, not Jason Ryan.
Yeah. This is exciting. Steel Timber Sports Canadian Championships are coming to Kelowna.
You got lots of plaid, don't you?
Yeah, for
you got
sure.
Some earplugs?
Some earplugs. You're going to need that. It's
Get ready
thrilling.
for the 2024 Steel Timber Sports Canadian Championships. That's awesome.
Have you ever seen?
I have.
Yeah.
I grew up in small towns.
Right,
And they'd have them all the time.
Yeah.
The Action Pact. Yeah, emphasizes the word axe, right? No accidents there, right? Will be at Prospera Place, October 17, 18, bringing the best of Canadian logging sports athletes under one roof. So they're vying for a national championship. So cutting stuff, climbing trees, all that kind of stuff, I think, right? Bucking trees. So there you go. Tickets for the event go on sale Friday at 10 a.m. I don't know if they'll go as fast as Taylor Swift, but I think there'll be a lot of people that like to go to this, especially any opportunity to wear plaid. I used to work in a sawmill, and I just hated wearing that red and black checkered.
But now it's everywhere. Now it's
it's a cool thing. When you had to wear it, you're just like
Canadiana.
There you go.
Well, it's fortunate that no one was hurt after a woman drove the wrong way on Highway 1 through North Vancouver overnight.
Not only did she drive the wrong way, she did it with a flat tire.
Ooh.
Not standing out at all, right?
Ooh. On Highway 1. Jeez.
North Vancouver.
We were on Highway 1.
They were called by multiple witnesses reporting that the white Kia was traveling westbound. Was that you? You were in Vancouver, weren't you?
Yeah, like in that area.
Don't you have a white Kia?
No.
There you go. To make matters worse, the woman was allegedly impaired. No surprise there, and her vehicle had a flat left front tire. There you go. There's the picture of the.
Boy, that could be very dangerous.
Rushed to the scene and found the vehicle had stopped in front of a flagger's vehicle after the flagger noticed the key driving the wrong way with only 3 functional tires. The woman has issued a 90-day immediate roadside prohibition, and her vehicle was impounded for 30 days.
Man. Well, a man and a woman have been charged with theft of telecommunication wire that left more than 2,000 Calgarians without internet or phone service.
Again, in the crazy crimes, right? That's
like stealing copper, right?
Yeah, and early in December, I believe 3 people entered several manholes. I guess somebody must know the industry, right, to know how to go down in those things and open those things up. And they caused $276,000 in property damage. So that's obviously that somebody that worked in that industry knows something, right? Because otherwise, most people wouldn't even know it was down there. And they were stealing copper wire. A 50-year-old man and a 40-year-old woman have been charged with theft over $5,000 and a variety of other offenses. And they're to appear in court on Tuesday. Well, that's what the man and the woman's appear on January 31st. There you go.
Well, if you're planning on going to Calgary or expecting people coming from Calgary or Alberta, be aware of this. Avalanche Control will close Highway 1 west of Revelstoke for 2 hours tonight.
Yeah, that's between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. and that highway will shut down. There's no detour available. So, hey, again, just have a nice, it's a great time to have a little lunch or something there, either in Revelstoke or on the other side of that, right? So it's not that big of a stop. Just don't get caught on the roadway and we'll sit there for 2 hours, right?
And
about this morning too, right?
Yeah. So people in Vancouver who are relying on the bus or the C bus this morning found striking workers basically, or
people refusing to cross picket lines.
Yeah, that was really more it, I guess, right? But so
it's the supervisors that are striking.
Yeah. And so services have been suspended. There's a time when management
wasn't really part of the union.
Yeah.
This is what's surprising
interesting.
me, right?
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, hopefully they come to a...
they're on a 48-hour strike observation, I guess, right now. Yeah. And a motorist drove through an Okanagan crash scene very quickly, endangering the lives of those who were there.
The definition of entitlement. Hey?
This happened down in Oliver, I guess.
Yeah, somebody decided to drive through the crash scene instead of taking the detour that would have added a couple extra minutes there. They even provided a detour. So the Oliver Fire Department members call it the crash on Highway 97 Ridgeview Road. The crash shut down Highway 97 for just over 3 hours. But there was a detour. You can see from the map. There's a detour. It's not that big of a detour either, right?
Yeah.
But somebody figured that they don't need to take detours. One motorist decided that extra minute or two of travel time was way too much for them, so they decided to drive through the crash scene.
Wouldn't even think to do it.
They should get impounded for 30 days, right? 90 days. They should get something.
Yeah. Well, it was rumored, and the rumors are true. Denim on the Diamond, of course, no longer on the Diamond. And so last year they were at City Park, and the speculation was they would return to City Park. And sure enough, it is confirmed now. Denim.
3 days.
Yeah. The biggest
City
event,
Park.
I guess,
That's
that they've
almost
held
like,
there.
what was that, Center of Gravity?
That's right.
Remember that?
Yeah. Days,
That
week-long
was
weekend.
like
Maybe.
a pretty epic kind of thing going on Center. 3 days, that's a long time, right? For a summer festival, I guess, right? It's 3 days long. And it's the Labor Day weekend from August 30th to Sunday, September 1st. It'll be the second year that it's held at City Park. There you go.
That's a great weekend to have it.
Thick as Thieves, that's that's Kurt and
Mitch
there put that together. Originally meant to be Denim on Diamond at King Stadium. That was a pretty good event there, but this is obviously a lot bigger now, right? So,
Yeah, it's really grown.
So tickets still available for the High Elevation Mountain Music Festival, set for April 5-6, 2024.
Altitunes.
Altitunes. They're the same guys that put that on, right? So, again, go to KelownaNow.com. More information on that event and the Denim on the Diamond. Anything else?
No, I think that wraps it. You had a great conversation earlier today about some Airbnb with JP Letnick, and I think that's up on the YouTube channel if you missed it and are interested in property rights and what's happening.
A realtor with Sage Executive Group. And he talked about some of the people that are definitely upset about the province changing the rules.
He's at the grassroots talking.
Legally purchased and followed all the zoning and bylaws, and now they don't know what to do.
With unintended consequences, innocent people affected, and their voices deserve to be heard too, I think.
Is anybody ever innocent?
Innocent. Yeah.
Anyway, I joke. Right. I jest.
Like and subscribe. It helps us stay connected with you if you're enjoying what you're watching. And, of course, head on over to KelownaNow.com to subscribe to our newsletter and see what breaks.
I had a discussion with Kent. Maybe if we'll put it to some of the viewers. Kent was saying that it's cheaper to build a roadway than a railroad. If we were going to the same location, say A to B, and you got to take the train and the roadway to the same place, he's saying it's cheaper to build a railroad. BC's mountains, and it's cheaper to build a railroad than it is to build a roadway. And I said he was wrong. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm not a civil engineer, so I wouldn't know where to begin with that one. But
well, there you go.
All right. Well, enjoy the night, and we'll be back again tomorrow morning at 9 with day's headlines and weather forecast.
Until then, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.